Welcome to TV Faction. In this thrilling countdown, we're diving into the chaotic worlds of devastation and survival as we explore the top 10 apocalyptic TV shows. For this list we will be excluding zombie TV shows. Join us on a high-stakes, perpetual train ride with a post-apocalyptic society aboard, where the remnants of civilization struggle for survival. Then, step into a vampiric epidemic or martial arts-infused wasteland.
So you are gonna help me?
Why's that?
Because we're family.
Kid, I don't even know you.
Starting off at number 10 we have Revolution. 15 years after an unknown event caused all electricity to stop working, plunging the world back into the dark ages, people have adjusted to life without planes and communication and electric lights. In small farming communities, life seems sweeter at this slower pace, but danger and mystery lurk beyond the shadows. After the militia kills a man who supposedly had something to do with the blackout, his daughter teams up with two unlikely allies and sets out to find the truth about the past in order to reclaim the future. It provides a fresh take on the post-apocalyptic genre, blending elements of science fiction with action and drama.
Attention all passengers. The temperature outside is minus 119 degrees Celsius.
Moving on to number 9 we have Snowpiercer. Set more than 7 years after the world has become a frozen wasteland, this series centers on the remaining people who inhabit a gigantic, perpetually moving train that circles the globe. The train is divided into different classes, and as tensions rise, a revolution is brewing among the oppressed in the tail section. Snowpiercer is praised for its intriguing premise, captivating world-building, and social commentary. While it has faced some criticisms, such as pacing issues and predictability, the series has found a dedicated audience who appreciate its exploration of societal issues within a unique and confined setting. Moving on to number 8 we have Heavenly Delusion. Following a boy and a girl who are in search of heaven going all around Japan in an apocalyptic setting. They travel whilst fighting all kinds of monsters. We also get some backstory, a hint of romance, and mostly just fun adventures. The other perspective is in a school where kids are taught by robots. They are detained within walls and are not allowed to go beyond these walls. It had some lighthearted and heartwarming moments, along with some heart-wrenching moments that just add to its charm, and the sense of mystery really helps it stay that way. Moving on to number 7 we have The Last Ship. At the helm of the USS Nathan James, Captain Tom Chandler learns that the destroyer will be in the best possible place, a circumstance his crew must utilize to save humanity from extinction. A virus has wiped out more than half the population since the ship embarked, and despite orders from the US government to return, Chandler, believing home is now a shadow of itself, decides the safest place to develop a vaccine is at sea. That task falls mainly to Dr. Rachel Scott, a civilian originally assigned to the Nathan James to study birds. It is praised for its thrilling premise, naval action, and character development.
Coming for you.
Moving on to number 6 we have The Strain. Dr. Ephraim Goodweather is called upon to investigate when an airplane lands with everybody on board dead. What his team discovers is a viral outbreak that has similarities to an ancient strain of vampirism. As the virus begins to spread, Goodweather works with his team and a group of the city's residents to wage a war that could hold humanity's fate in its hand. The Strain is applauded for its creative reinterpretation of vampire mythology and its visually captivating presentation. Moving on to number 5 we have Into the Badlands. A prodigiously skilled warrior Sunny, who mentors teenage boy MK during a spiritual journey across a feudal civilization known as the Badlands. With the help of trained assassins like Sunny, the area is ruled by rival barons, and for decades Quinn has consistently outflanked and outmaneuvered his fellow barons to keep the upper hand. His invincibility, however, begins to fade in light of brazen attacks by the newest baron, the Widow, who believes MK is the key to her success. As the battle for control of the Badlands heats up, the destinies of the stoic assassin and the impetuous teenager become intertwined. It is widely praised for its visually striking martial arts choreography, unique world building, and engaging characters. Moving on to number 4 we have Silo. In a ruined and toxic future, a community exists in a giant underground silo that plunges hundreds of stories deep. Their people live in a society full of regulations they believe are meant to protect them. Silo is more than another dystopian drama, and the effortless transition between a post-apocalyptic thriller, a murder mystery, and a conspiracy with flashes of horror adds to its potency. Silo is a series that delivers a powerful and thought-provoking message about the importance of sorting through truth and understanding in a world that often seems uncertain and chaotic. If you come this far, do not forget to like the video. Moving on to number 3, we have Raised by Wolves. The series is set in a distant future where Earth has been ravaged by religious wars, and 2 androids are tasked with raising a new generation of human children on a distant, seemingly uninhabited planet. As tensions rise between the remnants of humanity and conflicting beliefs, the show delves into the nature of faith, the consequences of war, and the potential dangers of advanced technology. While it may not be for everyone due to its deliberate pacing and complex narrative, but the series stands out as a bold and imaginative exploration, blending elements of drama, philosophy, and speculative fiction. Moving on to number 2, we have The Leftovers. In a global cataclysm, 140 million people disappeared without a trace. 3 years later, residents of Mapleton try to maintain equilibrium when the notion of normal no longer applies. Intense grief has divided families, and leading some of the traumatized to join the guilty remnant, a cult-like group. Kevin Garvey, a beleaguered police chief, must keep peace between townspeople and the cult, a task made tougher with concern about his kids. His daughter alternates between apathy and rebellion, and his wayward son befriends a charismatic prophet. The Leftovers is widely regarded as a masterful piece of television for its exceptional character work, nuanced exploration of complex themes.
We're still here.
We sure are.
I love Earth.
Moving on to number 1, we have The 100. When nuclear Armageddon destroys civilization on Earth, the only survivors are in orbit at the time. 3 generations later, the 4,000 survivors living on a space ark of linked stations see their resources dwindle and face draconian measures established to ensure humanity's future. Desperately looking for a solution, the ark's leaders send 100 juvenile prisoners back to the planet to test its habitability. The exiles find the planet fascinating and terrifying, while it has faced criticisms, particularly regarding pacing and tonal shifts. But The 100 is generally well received for its exploration of complex themes, character evolution, and the creation of a vivid post-apocalyptic world.